Alright guys, I'm here with a quick demo of this arcade cabinet that I built. It's built around an old CRT TV and a slightly less vintage desktop computer. The body is made mostly of MDF, 3/4 inches, some plywood, and some thinner sheets of wood as well. And I'll take it around and show the back. It's a little janky, but could be cleaned up a bit. And you see it's just got the motherboard. And so turning on the screen is the most DIY part of it. So you just got to pop this up a bit to expose the infrared receiver. Not much to it. Hopefully the screen will show up okay on the camera. Probably get some scan lines. And then to turn on the computer, there's just another big red button in the back. Takes a moment to boot up, but from there it's completely hands off. It'll actually launch into Windows and then automatically into the MAME emulator from there. So you can hook up a keyboard and mouse to it, use it as a full Windows machine, which is pretty weird to see on a small CRT screen, but it works, and you don't need anything, any keyboard or mouse to get it running. So it just takes 1 second, and we're all set. So it's got something like 80 games, 100, I don't know, got the classics, so what would an arcade machine be without Pac-Man? Now the sound system's actually built around a 2.1 speaker system, so it does have a full subwoofer in it, and desktop speakers up here, so those direct the sound out. The subwoofer vents out the side. I think it's pretty decent. And escape the game. Just the controls are pretty simple here. They work for all the games here. So to exit a game, you can pause any game. A, B, C. Usually it's just these two. Sometimes this one. Coin and start. And I found that setup works pretty well. Only exception is fighting games like Street Fighter. It kind of works, but you are short of a couple buttons because there's fighting games tend to have a lot more. Can even run Mario. Alright, I'm not going to do a lengthy tutorial on the build because it is kind of self-explanatory. The bulk of the work was in building the frame, which again was mostly MDF, held together with both wood glue and some hefty screws. Painting it was pretty fun. For the most part I just rolled it on like painting a wall, and that MDF takes the paint really nice and evenly. The controls on the front panel are hooked up via a USB hub, and the computer outputs to the CRT screen by going through an HDMI to RCA converter. The most time-consuming part was actually filtering out which games worked with this version of MAME and which didn't, but that was the fun part at that point anyway. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments.